I didn't hear a beep, but it did beep. It had to. Anyways, I've got the flat lens on this thing so that it's not so fisheye, and we'll see how this works out. Today I'm going to, I've been taking it easy, you know. Teresa went for a CAT scan today, and she had to drink some kind of a fluid, and I was watching William, but it is now like about lunchtime, maybe 2 o'clock, and I've still got the skid steer here. The skid steer. This needs to be torn apart, and I really don't want to do it right here because it's windy and nasty, and I'd really like to have it in the shop, but I do have to tear it completely apart, which means I got to clean all this shit out of here, take that hub off of there, unbolt the lines that come through on the backside, and I actually have to pull the track off first, so I got to take the plate off there and get onto that because, well, it just needs to be done. But before I do that, I'm going to plug in the battery charger and charge up the battery on that thing because it sat there and it died. I don't know. I think it's the seat sensor that's in it that is causing me problems, but we'll get it sorted out. That little bugger. I need that thing. I've missed that thing so much since it's been broken. I mean, it's just been an absolute pain in the ass without it. Anyways, that was a little leftover Thanksgiving meal there. I haven't eaten but a cheese sandwich today. I don't eat a lot, but anyway, do have a little bit of heartburn from the cheese sandwich I had for breakfast like 4 or 5, 6 hours ago, or however long it was. My daughter was down, got to see her, which is nice. So, anyways, I'll shut up and get on to that. Alright, so I've got my shovel. I'm going to dig this out of here with this shovel. And I'll show you what I find when I get in there. I do have to get it cleaned up. And I'm just going to move this dirt off to the side here so that I can, you know, at least get in here and do some work. I didn't put the battery charger on because I got busy doing other things, and you know how that goes. If you're anything like me, you know, shit doesn't happen the way you'd like it to half the time. But anyway, yeah. So I guess I could probably just set this camera on the ground, right? Let me pop the little gun off of here. Let's see, is it free? Yep, it's free. It's free, it's free, it's free. It's the only thing free. Oh, God. A little thing. What's the nice thing about that wide angle lens? Okay, so this is going to have to wait until tomorrow because I'm going to need some help. And there were some things that, well, I don't need help. It's just the sun is going down. I'm just not going to make any excuses. Today's kind of a lazy day for me. I don't know. Feeling a bit under the weather. I don't know why, but I am. So, but anyhow, we're going to pull that track off, or I'll pull that track off tomorrow morning. I'm going to raise it up some, I guess. I'm going to have to actually tilt the whole thing off to one side. I got a jack that'll go under there, but this little machine is heavy. Without any fuel, oil, or an attachment on the front, it's like 11,000 pounds. And to pick up 11,000 pounds is a lot. I know the 8120 just didn't want to do it. I was raising the front end off the ground with this little bastard when I hooked into it. And that's what it is. It's a little bastard. So what I'm going to do tomorrow is go ahead and get the jack under there, raise it up, or even get it onto a block of wood somehow. and get the track loosened up, take that plate off, pull the plug out of there, get the grease out of it. And then there on the inside here, this is a tin plate right there. It's got a bunch of little bolts onto it. I'll pop those bolts out of there all the way around, and I'm sure it's not going to be that big of a deal to actually get that motor out of there. For some stupid, silly reason, I thought that it was actually inside the machine itself, but the fact of the matter is, it's not, because there's part of that tin. And I remembered the last time I had this thing apart, I had a leaky hose that had worked its way loose, and the O-ring was loose, leaking. So it took a little bit there, but we tightened it up, and boom, it was back together again. So I did get a phone call yesterday. Obviously, it was Thanksgiving, and I did not answer. So if you're watching this, you're probably yelling at me for not answering, but I don't answer unknown calls, and neither does my robo-blocker. So I did listen to the message you left, and you were talking about rollers and stuff being in there. I will be tearing that completely apart anyway, and when I do get her apart, I'm going to actually buy new hubs for that, new drive sprockets for it. And if you're the asshole that said that I only own junk, there's a lot of people out there would be more than happy to have a CT332 skid steer. These things are brutal. I mean, they work really, really well. And I miss mine. I mean, I miss it. That's why I'm fixing it. To buy a new one of these, you're looking at 100 grand. Of course, they don't, a new big John Deere skid steer. It's going to be $100,000 or damn close, 80 to 100,000. Last time I priced one, they wanted 82,000 for a new one. Unless you got a spare 80 to 100,000 dollars floating around your back pocket, you can buy me one. But until then, I'm just going to fix what I have, and I believe that I can get that whole entire assembly for like $1,700 remanufactured. If not, then I guess it's off to eBay, like that fellow that called me said to do. So anyways, tomorrow you'll see me rip her apart.